Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of Home Nation Heroes. We're back with Chelmsford City, and it's been a mixed start to the season. Just before we do get into exactly what's happened since the start of the season, if you are enjoying the series, please do leave a like down below, subscribe, the support is massively appreciated. So after we started the season with a 3-0 win against St Albans, we followed it up with a 2-0 win against Chippenham Town, a 1-1 draw with Slough. We then beat Weymouth 2-1. A disappointing loss 3-1 to Welling when they were quite low in the table and they kind of played us off the park. Not sure where that came from. We bounced back with a 2-0 win against Concord Rangers, and since then we've had a 2-2 draw with Havant and Waterlooville and a 0-0 draw with Bath City, both teams who are pretty decent in this league. We're currently sat 7th in the league, 15 points so far. And today we've got Oxford City, who are sat in 4th, just 2 points ahead of us. So that is going to be a very tough test for us. We've also got Chichester in the FA Cup second qualifying round. They are from one of the leagues far below us. So we should be easily through to the next qualifying round. Our lineup against Oxford, we've got Ajiri in goal, James, Ellerslie, Winfield and Noakes as the back four, Yealer, Trotter, Whiting and Dunn in the midfield, Yearn as the attacking midfielder, and Jackson up front. Yealer with a corner kick sends it into the near post. Ellerslie with the header, it was blocked by Ashby on the line. Whiting tries to head it back into danger, but I'm not able to do so. Plays it to Winfield and then back to James, and that ends the highlight. But we go straight into another one. It's a corner kick for Oxford, and they take the lead to Vide with the goal. Not ideal. We want to be strong from corners, and that's an occasion where we've not been strong at all from the corner, and that is far, far too easy. Burley with a throw in for Oxford, plays it to Fleet and then lumps it forward. However, James is there to collect it and plays it inside to Ellerslie and then forward to Trotter. Yealer is on the ball here, back to James. What we're hoping to see this season, as I say, we'd like a playoff spot, and then next season is when we're really going to push on to try and get the promotion, because it'll give us a chance to just refresh the entire team into moulding it more into what we want it to be. Free kick on the edge of the box here. Ashby is stood over it for Oxford. Goes for goal, hits the post, and we've managed to fumble it away. We just about didn't give away a penalty. So after the first half, we find ourselves 1-0 down. It's been relatively even, but we just haven't quite managed to get our own foothold in the game. So we're going to move up to balanced and just try to play a little bit more in control of the game. We're going to come out of our low block, try and take control in midfield a little bit more. It's time to make changes. Vaz is going to come on for Noakes, and we're going to bring Charlie Ruff on for Yearn in the attacking midfield slot. Corner kick for Oxford here to the near post. Tavide was there again, but Winfield heads it away. It comes back to McEachran with a chance to put in another cross, perhaps. Well closed down, and now Dunn is going to break away for ourselves. Can he find a ball forward? Plays it inside to Ruff, back to Dunn, and then he brings it inside to Trotter. Needs to find a good ball forward. Whiting back to Vaz, and then all the way back to the goalkeeper. Ajiri brings it out of his box, plays it out to Vaz, and then a long ball attempted over the top towards Jackson, but never really getting to him. Winfield wins the header though. Dunn cuts inside. Lovely ball out to the right-hand side for Yealer. Gets a shot off, and it's a wild shot that goes wide. Would have preferred him to be putting a cross in there. It's rather controversial, but we're going to bring Vaz back off the pitch to send Lewis on up front alongside Jackson. We're going to go to attacking, more direct, higher tempo, see if we can force a goal. Late on, Ruff with a free kick to the far post. Winfield with the header, but it's saved by the keeper, and I think that might be game over for us, unfortunately. The keeper boots it long. It's brought down by Ellerslie in space. Plays it out to Winfield. We might have one final attack here. Ruff heads down to Trotter. Out to Yealer on the right-hand side. Chance for a cross here. Gets a low cross in. Jackson equalises in the 95th minute. It's late in the game, but it doesn't matter. We are back on level terms against Oxford in a game against tough opposition, and we've managed to sneak an equaliser. We have one more highlight here. Surely there's not enough time for another goal either way. Long ball hooved forward. It's headed on, but James clears it away as far as Trotter. He brings it down and he's going to pull it forward. Jackson back to Trotter and then over the top towards Ruff, who's in space, in behind the defence. What a chance for Ruff. He could have won the game for us there. We've still got a corner. We're going to send this in. Ruff with the corner that could win us the game. Takes it towards the far post. Winfield's there, but it's headed away to McEachran, and that is game over. Late on, we nearly nicked a win there. We're going to tell them they did well. And I think the second half, we really played a much different game. And we definitely want to replicate that second half going forward. So we're going to have a look at the little setups in the tactic and see what we can do with that. And as we head into the game against Chichester, we've gone to a 4-4-2 for this game. Ajiri in goal. Barnum Bob, Aluwu, Winfield and Noakes as the back four. Yealer, Trotter, James and Dunn in the midfield. And then we've got Callum Jones and Jackson up front. Jones have been asking for a bit of game time. I've been resistant because we were only playing one, but in the cup, let's experiment with two and see how it goes. Throw in here, comes to Jones and then whips it into the box. Dunn was in there, but it's headed away from him and there's a chance to break for Chichester here. Dunn gets a foot back in though and wins the ball. Brings it forward. Can he get a pass off? Out to the wing to Yealer. Back across to Jones. He comes into the team. He gets himself a goal as soon as he does. Well, it wasn't what I expected. But if he's coming in and doing performances like that, he just might be starting in the league in the next game. Fantastic start. 23 minutes gone. And we lead 1-0. Throwing in our own corner here. Noakes throws it forward to Dunn and then back to Noakes at left back. Inside to Winfield. And now we're going to build down the left-hand side. Long ball forward. Tries to find Jones. Doesn't quite manage to do so. However, Dunn wins the next ball. Brings it inside to Jones. Tries to play it through to Jackson. Didn't quite manage to get him able to run onto it though. And Chichester back on the ball. Give the ball away cheaply to Yealer, however. Can he make an impact down this right-hand side? Cuts it back inside to Trotter. And then eventually he's going to work it back to Barnum Bob. Cross to the far post. Dunn is there. It's 2-0. And we look very good in this first half. Half an hour gone in the game. It's 2-0. And we're looking in a very good position to advance through to the third round of FA Cup qualifying. Riku with a throw-in for Chichester, and it's back to him after a little 1-2 there. Ericsson at centre-back here, tries to play a long ball over the top. Only Noakes is going to be there to deal with it, and then punts it away. Not the best of clearances. Sent back in, but Noakes collects it again, clears it to Dunn this time. Much better clearance from Noakes. He sends it forward again towards Jones. Not able to win that header though. James heads it down to Jackson, who's got a bit of time now. Long ball out towards the right-hand side. Yealer is in space to run onto it. Back into the box. Dunn with the header and hits the bar. And nearly 3-0. We are straight back into another highlight now. Chichester with the ball towards our half. However, Barnum Bob clears it away straight away. Aluwu wins the next header. However, it comes back into our box. The shot goes just wide from there. I think one of their midfielders. I'm not entirely sure. Hajiri now with the goal kick. We are getting a lot of highlights in this game at the moment. Jones out towards the left. Finds Dunn. Crosses it back in. It takes a different... Oh my goodness, what a miss. Corner kick. The highlights are non-stop here. Yealer sends it into the near post. Winfield into the top corner. The keeper got a hand to it, but it wasn't quite enough. And it is 3-0 to Chelmsford. We are looking very comfortable at this stage of the game. Lovely header. Unlucky from the keeper in a way, but we don't care. It's 3-0. Another highlight in this first half. Ajiri lumps it forward. We don't manage to win anything there, but Noakes gets the second ball. Dunn takes it down the left-hand side. Can he find space for a cross here? He does so to Yealer at the far post. What a volley. What a goal. That is 4-0. And Chichester all of a sudden are getting torn apart. Now, I know they are from below National League South. I don't know how low they're from. But 4-0 in 20 minutes since the first goal, it's still a very good performance. And I have to say, I love to see it. Murphy's on the ball here. Can he get a cross in for Chichester? He can't. Trotter denies him the chance. Morgan back to Byrne. And then out to the wing, over the top towards Murphy. But Ajiri with an easy ball to catch as it comes over the top. He goes long and over the top. Jones doesn't win the header. However, Eriksson only finds Gila. Through to Jones. Big chance for 5-0. And a good save from the keeper. He denies us on this occasion. We do have a corner, however. Are we going to get something here? Gila with a chance to send it into the box. To the far post. Winfield was there, but it's headed away from him. Surely the last highlight of the first half here. Corner comes in. It's headed away by Winfield. Rocker is going to have a chance on the ball. Plays it back to Riki at centre-back. Ball over the top. Finds Murphy. And a nice finish from Murphy to get one back for Chichester. You would hope, given that that makes it 4-1, that is very much just a consolation goal. But I will give them credit. That is a lovely goal. The highlights do not stop. I thought surely that was the end of the highlights for the first half. We're managing to fit another in. Trotter out to Gila on the right-hand side. He's going to bring it down the wing. Gets stopped by his man. Turns back and gets it back to Trotter. Tries to go back down the wing to Gila. However, that was a poor pass attempt. Jones gets a block though. Jackson 5-1. And that one was a little bit of just... It was just poor from Chichester. They won the ball back. And then when they try and clear it, they just hit it against Jones. And as it comes down, he's there. From the moment they try and clear it and it hits Jones, they don't challenge any of our players. And we just pass it into the back of the net. 5-1 at half-time. The game is over as far as I'm concerned. We've had 5 different goal scorers. We're going to bring Jackson off for Lewis to give him a few more minutes from off the bench. And we'll bring Ellisy on for Oluwu at centre-back as well. However, the highlights just keep going because we've got one straight from kickoff in the second half. Trotter tries to play a ball over the top. Not a great pass. Only finds Byrne and back to the goalkeeper for Chichester. He's going to bring it out of his box. Goes long. The header is won by Ellisy and out to Dunn on the left. Noakes now on the ball. Back to Winfield. Ball over the top to try and find Dunn, who's in space. He cuts back. Lays it off to Jones. 6-1. Callum Jones has come into the team after asking for first team football and is making me seriously consider that we might need a 4-4-2 in the league going forward because the way he's playing just might have earned him a start. Oh my goodness, there's another highlight. This is getting ridiculous. It's straight from kickoff again. Surely there's not going to be another goal. Ball over the top. Finds the striker for Chichester. Good block by the defender. Ajiri catches it. We're going to bring Whiting on for James in midfield just to give him a bit of a rest. And now we have what's probably a final highlight. 90th minute. Done with a free kick. Goes for goal. Sends it over the bar. But surely that is going to be the end of the game here. We've got the 1 minute of added time. It was a much calmer second half. I think both teams had probably kind of accepted what was happening. And we are safely through to the third round of FA Cup qualifying. 6-1. And we will just very quickly find out who we're going to be playing in the third qualifying round of the FA Cup. There's 80 teams to draw, however, so I'm not going to make you sit here as I click through every team. I'll just let you know when we find out who we've got. But it might be first team out the hat. It's not. And I'm glad I didn't make you wait for it because it was match 27 when we finally came out the hat. We have got Walthamstow. So they are a team from, again, lower than the leagues that we have loaded. I don't know exactly how low this is. They're apparently in the Essex Senior Football League last year where they won promotion. It sounds like it's probably quite a low tier of the football pyramid. They are an amateur team. So I would expect us to be able to pick up a win against them. So I think what we're going to aim for is we'll come back, hopefully, for the 4th round of FA Cup qualifying, see if we can get to the FA Cup proper. Hopefully, we'll still be in it. If we're not, then we'll wing it and we'll come back whenever. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Let me know what you think the score is going to be in that game against Walthamstow. And subscribe if you are enjoying the content. And thank you very much for watching.